in the first covenant, there's this strange scene where Abraham has all these animals that he's going to sacrifice, but God puts Abraham into a sleep. And then God, in the form of fire, passes through the animals, and the animals are split asunder, basically, which is very interesting text. In the second one, right, circumcision. And the third one, there's a sense in which Isaac is spared and a substitute is given. Now, to understand in Hebrew, it's called the Akedah, right, which means the binding of Isaac. To understand that passage, you have to understand the passage where God passes through the animals in the form of fire, right? So in the first covenant, there's a sense in which God is promising that he will bear the subsequent curse that Abraham calls upon himself through not trusting God. So here's the passage from Meredith Klein. Quote, "The answer to this dilemma began to unfold in an earlier knife rite, or circumcision, in which Abraham had participated. Genesis 15 tells us of a covenant cutting and a theophany, right, a manifestation of God, which Abraham witnessed amid darkness and horror." That's wow. First of all, that's really powerful language, right? Because there's a certain darkness and horror, a certain sleep. This calls back to Adam when he's put into sleep before Eve is brought about. So there's something here about darkness and life that comes out of it. But anyway, uh, Genesis 15 tells us of a covenant cutting and a theophany which Abraham witnessed amid darkness and horror, the only proper setting for this Old Testament Golgotha. There, in the passage of God, in the divine theophanic symbol of smoking furnace and flaming torch, between the dismembered creatures, the mystery of the abandonment of the Son of God emerged beforehand. For what Abraham witnessed was the strange self malediction of the Lord of the covenant, who would himself undergo the covenant's curse of cutting asunder, rather than fail to lead his servant into the promised fullness of beatitude.